Today we're cooking in the car. It's New Year's Day today, so I don't have any groceries right now. We planned to film today and I kind of screwed up. So we're gonna cruise around to a couple different grocery stores and there's gotta be something open. You know, it's been the holidays, I've been cooking a lot, so I kind of don't feel like cooking something too intricate. I want to cook something that's like simple and satisfying. Figure out something that we can make come together in like 15 minutes. Whoops, you're in the video. This is the 24-hour spot in Vancouver. It's okay. I think what we should make is tomato sauce because I can make a big batch and eat it for a couple days. I have a bunch of dried pasta at home, so it makes sense. I think a lot of people, when they're like find themselves in this, like, I don't really want to cook, they end up making like spaghetti or something anyway. But I think what happens is they buy store-bought sauce. I think what we'll do is just make a simple tomato sauce. I'll show how to do that. I'll show you how you can spruce it up a bit and make it your own. And then we'll just serve it over some pasta. Hopefully they have some decent cheese in there as well. And we can shape some nice cheese over top. And yeah, we'll just keep it simple. Hopefully they have everything we need. We'll find out.
Messing with a monster, yeah. Driving around my edge on car sit. Please don't make me pop out, I'm exhausted. Yeah, I'm a little dangerous, be cautious. I move around late, move with caution. The lane change, late ways. AMG shoot dragon flames. Feel the praise if I may. Baby say my name in vain, North Face, icy cold.
So I just picked up a few things, really cheap and easy to make a tomato sauce. All I got was tomatoes, onions, garlic. I have olive oil. I got some herbs as well, just some basil and some chives. I already have dried pasta. Tomato sauce is like one of those like core essential skills that everyone should know how to make. There's tons of different styles, and today we're gonna make kind of the lazy one. I like mine a little bit more blended, so you don't really have to like get crazy and peel the tomatoes and take all the seeds out and all that stuff. If you like it like pretty blended, you don't have to do that. If you like it a little bit chunkier, then maybe it is worth doing that, but I like mine pretty smooth. So pan as always is preheating. So here's one onion. Like I'm doing 8 tomatoes. So I'm gonna do 1 large onion. The great thing about blending your sauce is you don't have to get too fancy with the cuts. So I'm just gonna julienne this quick. Just gonna start off with a little tahini. Just kidding, this is actually olive oil. Shout out to Kimberly's roommate. He gave me some olive oil. I only use it for special occasions. So if you're watching, thanks for the olive oil, Justin. We're gonna put this onion in and we're gonna start it sweating. Just pretty low heat. As always, when you start to sweat some onions, you want to hit some salt in there first thing. Help them cook a little bit faster. Get them a little coated in this olive oil. I'm actually going to do a little bit of black pepper. I'm not a huge lover of garlic, but I actually really love it in tomato sauce. Kind of the rule of thumb I like is like I'm doing 8 tomato sauce, so I'm going to do a clove for each tomato. I'm going to do 8 cloves of garlic. And we're going to cook it anyway, so it won't be like, you know, over the top. So with garlic cloves, I'm sure everyone knows this, but I'll just say it to say it. You can put your knife over top and you can just smash them. You know, for tomato sauce, it's going to be blended. It doesn't really matter if it gets crushed a bit. Make sure that you got all the peel off the board, all the peel off your knife, and all the peel off your hands. Garlic is so fucking sticky. Okay, so I got 8 cloves of garlic. And I'm just going to like slice them thin. And with like, you can take this off ahead of time if you want, but what I like to do is just cut this side to this side, and then I'll stop at that side and just push it. So then I'll get to the end, and I don't need that end. Let's just take this over to our pot. Get it coated with the oil. See, onions are just starting to sweat. And by the time the tomatoes are prepped, they'll be ready to go into there. Hopefully we timed it all right. Does not matter what kind of tomatoes you use, the riper the better, I would say. So like if you have tomatoes that are about to go, those actually work better for tomato sauce. So I grabbed some like kind of soft ones. These said they're Romas, but the grocery store we went to today was not that nice. So this was about as organic as it gets. So just go in with a knife with a tip and just keep it at an angle and then just draw a little circle and then pop it out, and then your core is out. You don't have to get like too fancy with the cuts, nothing. It's just like, we're just gonna cut them so that hopefully they cook fast. So I'm gonna cut them into quarters, and then I'm gonna cut those quarters into slices. Now, we're just gonna make one trip over. Make sure that these are nice and super soft now. So now I'm just gonna go in with all these tomatoes. Holy shit, I hope this fits in the pot. Oh yeah, we'll be okay. It does cook down a lot, so if it looks crazy as long as it fits in the pot, it will cook down significantly. You want to salt these right away. With almost all vegetables are, well, fruit and vegetable is mostly made of water. So when you put salt on it, it will actually draw all that water out. We want that water gone so it will concentrate that tomato flavor, and in turn it'll break everything down and make it into a sauce. So I'm gonna hit it with a decent amount of salt right away. Don't go too heavy on the salt, just because, you know, you might mix this around right now and taste it and it might not taste salty enough, but keep in mind we're going to lose some liquid, so it's going to concentrate the flavor, so it will concentrate your salt level as well. So once this cooks for about 5 minutes, you'll see that all these tomatoes have released their water and they'll just be cooking in the water. There's a few ways that people like to enhance their tomato sauce. When the onions and garlic are cooking, if you want to add some tomato paste to get like a deeper tomato flavor, a lot of people do that. If you want to do herbs and stuff like that, you can do that at that time as well. If you want to add like some alcohol or something, you can add that in at this point and use some of that liquid to concentrate it. A lot of people do red wine, sherry. Have fun with it, but just make one and see how much better it tastes than store-bought. All those like Ragu brands and like whatever, they're just so shitty and they don't even taste like tomatoes. They taste like tomato paste, but they don't actually taste like a fresh tomato sauce. So
I think we should like zap in somebody, like an intro, and then ta-da! Thanks, Justin. He shows up, out he goes.
yeah, that'd be cool. Do you know how to do that? I think you should put the Transformers in your videos. These stupid fucking tomatoes are cooking down now. It's been about 5 minutes. You'll see that, you know, you got all this liquid now. They're really just busting open. It depends how you like your tomato sauce. If you like it really like fresh, you could actually like cook it for about only 5 more minutes and just pulse it and have like a chunky kind of fresher tomato sauce. I like mine a little bit sweeter, so to get it sweeter I'll cook a lot of that water out and concentrate the sweetness of the tomatoes. So yeah, I'm gonna cook mine for about 20 to 30 minutes and then I'll blend it pretty smooth. So I'll show you what it looks like at that point and we'll blend it. Have a little taste, see how it's doing. That tastes like shit. Cooking's not all freaking exciting, guys. You just wait sometimes. Yeah, just find something to do for 20, 30 minutes. I can think of something we can do for 30 minutes. Just say I could puree your tomato sauce, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, we're gonna take this nice new kitchen towel that I already got pretty dirty. Avid home cook here. So there it is. You can see like it was a full pot when we started. Now it's down to half a pot. And there's not too much liquid. All these tomatoes are broken down. Everything's really nice and soft. Just get my vape out of my hand. I'm not addicted. I wouldn't say I'm addicted. And then I'm gonna use an immersion blender. So I'm gonna use an immersion blender. Immersion blender is great because you can just blend in the pot. This time to taste and make any seasoning adjustments. It's perfect salt. It's like, I think it's perfect. That rarely happens. I feel like I should need to adjust it a bit, but I like it. Yeah, it's good. I'm just gonna throw together the quickest pasta. I'll just put it right here. Just gonna get these noodles in a bowl. I'm gonna add a healthy amount of tomato sauce. And we're just gonna let it kind of hang out for a sec and it'll thicken. And I'm gonna just work in this butter while everything's hot. And check your seasoning one last time. I would actually like a little bit more salt. Do a little bit of pepper. I'm just gonna add a little bit of cheese in here. Grate some in. It'll help thicken that sauce and obviously it'll taste good. One last final seasoning check, see if we need to adjust anything. Tastes good. Wait, I just do this right at the end because I'm gonna add some fresh basil into here. Now I'm gonna cover this in some cheese. Just some fresh chives. I really love chives, so I'm gonna put a lot of those on. Clean our rim here. With some quality olive oil. That is how to make a tomato sauce, a very simple basic tomato sauce. You can definitely just like, honestly one of my favorite things is just to make a pot of really good tomato sauce, some good sourdough bread, grill that bread, dip it in tomato sauce, grate some nice cheese over top. It's amazing. And it's even quicker than making this. Get a nice cheesy bite. It tastes like something that you would pay $22 for. at like an Italian restaurant. Tastes great. That cheese is amazing. I don't know if I mentioned I did use Pecorino Romano. I like it a little bit better than Parm. The basil actually comes through really nicely. I think adding it at the end like that is probably the best call because it stays really fresh. It's exactly what you want it to be. It's like a little bit garlicky, really savory. It's got a little bit of sweetness. If you like your tomato sauce on the sweeter side, maybe add some sugar while it's simmering. Yeah, it's tomato sauce, you know? Like, we didn't reinvent the wheel. It just tastes like a good tomato sauce. If you're really going after that dark tomato sauce look that you see in the jarred sauces, then add some tomato paste. But I actually think that, like, I like the way it looks when you don't add tomato paste because it looks like you really made it. Like, it looks a little bit fresher and lighter. And it tastes that way too, so. That's it for the video. You know what to do, you know? Punish the like button. What's the other thing? Subscribe. Or don't. Like, I don't care. Whatever. It's sick if you do. I appreciate it if you do. But also, like, don't feel obligated. I just say it because you're supposed to on YouTube. I don't really like fucking saying it either. So, appreciate anyone who watches the videos. Appreciate anyone who's watching this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey guys. That's right, baby. Rent day. New Year's Day. Paying it to mama here.